Serrated by a knife, aka scab, aka serrated, have more followers than anyone else on Twitter. We, sedated by a brick, created them as our rivals. We said they existed, and now they exist. They are Kate Bush, Elton John, and Bernard Manning.
The internet is cluttered with photographs of Bush, Manning, and John, posted by people claiming to have seen Serrated in action. But the group are notorious in their secrecy, and events are only usually heard of in retrospect.
Their fan base is growing. Yes. We, Sedated, have been forced to peddle shoddy merchandise for them. We're selling tickets to Serrated spectaculars. We spin stories for the tabloid press. We dress up as Serrated and pose for photos for the vulture media.
Bush, John and Manning have had something to say about this. Their individual aesthetics are compromised by the tawdry, glamour-twee productions that we have been producing under their name.
We have joined forces to get revenge on us, Sedated, to clear their names in the media, and to show the world what can be achieved when they put their minds and bodies together.
We're going to do your show before you do it first. Meta, 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 meta. Oh, keep it simple.
Okay.
Bernard Manning, Elton John and Kate Bush are all fictional characters. Neil Puttick, Gareth Mayer and Fraser Dunn are all fictional characters. The Shining is a fictional story, and any similarity is purely coincidental.
This is your outcome. By the end of the show, we will have tried to set fire to it, explode it, delete it, and dispose of it. But we will realise too late it is built on an Indian burial ground and just will not go away.
After a while, the show will become something that you'd rather not do. This is because it's become so diluted that in daylight you can see right through it. That's why at some point tonight, we will be turning the lights off. Now, and now.
I took a walk one day.
And
as I walked, I realised I
walked
walked
one
one
day.
day. As I was walking, I was slightly half paced, just enough to be noticed. I found that I found highlights to sink my face. I wasn't getting ahead of myself. Myself was getting ahead of me. It was unnerving.
It was unnerving. For God's sake,
We're going backwards.
focus, please.
Focus.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You fucking assholes. You fucking assholes. Are you okay? Are you okay?
You fucking assholes.
You fucking assholes. Are you taking a piss? Are you taking a piss?
What? What?
Am I taking the piss? Oh, no. Are you taking a piss? Are you taking a piss against this wall? What? Are you taking the piss? Are you existing all right over there? Are you existing all right over there?
We're existing.
existing just fine, thank you. We've always existed. We will always exist forever and ever and ever. Well, we're going to do your show before you do it first. Well, we are the new young thing on the block, and now we are making the new young thing.
Trouble and strife, serrated by a knife. Shovel and pick, sedated by a brick.
We are laying out a writing project and need complete isolation for the next 3 months.
Okay, so let's do Jack. Jack Nicholson in the hand, Jack Nicholson in the elbow, Jack Nicholson in the shoulder, and over. Jack hand in the elbow, in the shoulder, and down into Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson in the feet, in the shins, in the thighs, in the belly, in the chest.
Jack Nicholson up the spine,
into the scalp, in the eyebrows, in the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, and Jack Nicholson in the teeth.
Forward.
Why are we doing on The Shining?
We've been making this show forever
Ever
and ever.
because
We saw it on the TV.
See?
We saw it on the television. Elton's
Kate,
no,
you're going to be Wendy.
The Shining, a live art performance lecture with invisible PowerPoint slides by Sedated by a Brick. Describe the scenes.
Somewhere,
a snowstorm falls over the remote overlook hotels as we make our way out down from the summit. Nowhere over the remote.
What a view.
What a
What a
views! What a views!
Jack Nicholson.
Shelley Duvall in Overlook Hotel looking down,
Down
with the sound of raging bar talk in the background.
Nobody knows that it is him, because really he is Danny
Torrance. We must escape, we must escape, we must escape.
As the twins see things, I'm seeing stairs, I'm seeing stairs, I'm seeing stairs.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Pages after pages after pages.
Rivers of blood, rivers of blood, rivers of blood, cascading from lips.
As the storm rages down into the maze,
Jack!
he is chasing a small boy.
The steps are retraced. As he loses the boy in hedges, he loses the man in hedges. The splendour days of the hotel.
The caretaker in the 1920s.
Killing a wife and twin girls.
Splendid isolation, opulent hallucination. Somewhere, nowhere,
somewhere. in the parlour, the gold room.
If you are here, raise your hands. Are you dead? Yes.
Are you a reclusus? Yes.
Do you wear glasses?
Yes.
Somewhere a
Snowstorms falls over the remote, overlook hotels as we make our way out down from the summits.
Nowhere
over
over the remote. What have you?
What have you?
What have you?
Kate bushes
And
overlook hotels
hotel
looking down
with the sounds of raging bartocks in the background. Nobody knows that it is her, because really
she is crazy at guns. People.
We must escape. We must escape. We must escape.
As a twin see things, I'm seeing stairs, I'm seeing stairs, I'm seeing stairs.
All works, no plays makes Jacks dull boys. Pages after pages after pages.
Rivers of bloods, rivers of bloods, rivers of bloods, cascading from lips.
As the storm rages down into the maze,
He has nuts!
he is chasing small boys. The
Steps are retraced. As he loses the boys in hedges, he loses the mans in hedges. The splendid days of the hotel,
The caretakers in the 1920s.
killing the wives and twin girls.
Splendid
isolations,
Opulent hallucinations.
Somewheres, nowheres, somewheres, in the parlours, there's the gold room.
How
Do you stop a Stanley Kubrick
Kubrick's with a Stanley knife?
A portal emerges from the ether, an entrance into another dimension. I'm Elton John. 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 I'm Melton John. I'm Melting John. I'm Melting John. I'm Burning John. I'm Burning Man. I'm Burning Manning. I'm Bernard Manning. Mainframes hacked.
Signals scrambled.
Here's Johnny's.
I'm Bernard Manning. I'm Burning Bush. I'm Burning Bush. I'm Bernard Bush. I'm Kate Bush. I'm Kate Bush.
You need to show the world what we
Peasants
peasants are made of.
A chance,
The chance to use free archetypes to all of us,
to all of you,
To see if we could put
three images together
to make something.
something. A thought experiment to see what these three figures would make of the shine.
How they would put it together as peoples that we don't really know anything about. And of course, in this figuring, what we, the great Bush Manning Johns, will make of the Shinings.
Is it everything that they are against? Or is it in fact very similar to their understanding?
There's so much cooler being incognito. The ghosts in the machine, the power behind the throne. Nobody knows that sedated by a bricks are serrated by a knife. And they like that invisible cloaks. To a point, because sometimes when the whole world is talking about girls' allows, you wish you could say, I'm Pete Waterman.
Or I'm Elton John.
No, I'm
No,
I'm Elton Johns.
Or behind every Bush,
John and Manning, there is a dumb particle male waiting to get out.
Our reputations precede us.
The people's always had Kate Bush's, Elton John's and Bernard Manning's. Yes. Sedated. stole us from the internet. 3 unlikely companions from the clip art stores of virtual reality. Yes. So, sedated by bricks. Why Kate Bush's, Elton John's and Bernard Manning's? Because you nicked us. Why Fraser's, Gareth's and Neil's? Without our internet successes, you would be nothings. Yes. So, sedated by bricks, you cut and paste us, made us into some kind of Frankensteinian monsters, as ciphers in which to store your secret, tawdry, internal desires. Your love of musical theatres, of soap operas, of MTVs and celebrities. We are revealing Sedated by a Bricks to be behind this cheap pictures. Yes, Sedated by a Bricks, the serious, hard-nosed, po-faced live artsters are behind the Serrated by a Knife's pink plastic mug, sold on Etsy for $15.99 RRP. They are hollow as the idea that Kate Bush's, Elton John's and Bernard Manning's would ever get together to form a theatre company. So, spams. The gloves have been thrown down. We will make a more successful Shinings than you.
You are 3 borings from Bristol. And we are the great Bernard Manning, Bush, John Manning, Elton's, Kate Bush's. You put us on the maps. You made us the #1's results when all of our names are combined. You made a triple threat that was bound to be more successful than you could ever be. We begin to time slash time slash hack slash hack slash hack hash hack 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 hack. We will hack into their spirits and make manifest their innermost desires.
I'm not moving the mouse. Look! Somebody's typing. They've locked us out of the machine. Stanley Coop!
Shit! Get it on the hard drive! The thing's corrupting!
I'm being backhanded. We're being back-orificed. They've hacked into the script.
Tonight we will wear the exclusive sedated onesies. We will make an effigies out of N, F and G's. If a mime artist mimes being trapped in her boxes and no one is around to see it, do they make a sound? It's much more famous when it's a hoaxes than the real thing, slash, slash, periods, bloods.
We will
tell the stories of the interlopers in technicolors. They are just copycats, frauds, charlatans. They've been moonlighting. They are nothings, nobody's total bullshit artists. End of story. Slash, slash, hack, hack. We'll do it by the books. Perform the shows as written. Adhere to the masters' rules. The alcoholic fathers. The all-American wives. The prophetic children's. The creep of boiler pressures. The croquet mallets, the moving hedge animals, the ominous supernatural presences of the hotels, the wasps' nests, the wasps, the inner worlds.
Yes, we will show the world our shining parts in the good style of the kings. With theatres, with circuses and magics, yes, we will cash in our icons in the gold room. We will set up and accept this faith we've been given to resurrect the Shining.
Oh, fuck Shining. We want to go to working men's clubs, British seaside towns. We want to lie down on piers and get glittery. The razzmatazz, the penny slots, the sluts, the 4-pack beers, the champagnes, the ballroom dances, the works. To the horizons, to the seas, of course. To the
low-down seaside towns and unemployment slumps on crack cocaine, of course. Where else would they go? Where the mad ones ends for a sordid weekend.
But Bernards! We must do the shinings. After all, we are in the credit crunches. We're going to be saving the British economies. Yes, Kate Bushes, Elton Johns and Bernard Mannings will make more than the rest of the creative industries put together. We will take up the knives and shovels. We will beat 'em up to the Lyceums, the Hippodromes, the Palladiums, the Emporium.
Nowheres, somewheres, a sun beats down on beachfronts. The shining beats best on beachfronts.
Ooh.
To the beaches, my friends, once more.
Shining. The sun shines best on the beach
Yes.
fronts. Yes.
No.
And the people love the staycations.
Yes.
Yes, Punch and Judies and puppets.
No.
Yes. The shining, the seas, the bloods and the salty air.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
A prince leaves town.
No!
We must escape as the last train leaves the mountains and heads for the seas. We say, what a views, what a views, what a views.
Are you two out of your fucking minds? The powers of kings compels thee. Return from the seaside and stand with me on the mountain so we can make these books into the stage shows it was destined to be.
Says Kate, we are in adventures. Okay, yes. That's fine. If you want to go to the seaside, we're just going to have to change the password.
No.
Yes.
No.
Toe the line. Perform the show as filmed.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Adapted by, serrated by, and nights.
Somewhere, a
Snowstorm
Falls over the remote overlooked hotels
as we make our way out down from the summits. We can see the silhouettes of a helicopter racing through the mountains as we make our way back to the small Colorado towns to explore the dysfunctional family units.
Yeah? Yes?
through the mediums of the metaphorical wasp's nests.
No. Right, Spab, we must stop Scab's insistence on the metaphorical wasp's nest. Their focus is on the inevitably dramatic. We must show the subtle Kubrick exploring alcoholism. Yes, serrated Stephen King, sedated Stanley Kubrick doesn't show Jack's love of the firewater. He just doesn't need to make it explicit and boring. Yes, we must put in the 70s use of technology. We will show the telepathy as a question, not as a given. Yes, sedated by a brick will make the new shining.
We must marvel at the terrific noises of the wasp's nest, the grab for the bottle, the thunder of the boilers, the cabin fevers, the bloods, and it will pump out in 3D live stream mega sounds, remote and immersive at the same time. You will watch from your individual seats, all alone, all together, all together, all together, all together!
What? Are you a brick? Am I a brick? Am I a brick? Am I a brick?
Are you?
Am I We are going to delete. We are going to delete you. Sedated. Serrated. Serrated.
Serrate.
Serrate.
Atom. Yes, make it complex. K.O.
As they travel to the next imagined seaside towns, Elton sits in the seats behind Kates and Bernards, staring daggers at them.
Should we burn car?
No.
Sure we need businesses, says Bernard.
No, snaps Kates. We don't want any trouble. We got enough in the last towns.
Elton's read the reviews. He reads all about it. Only 2 stars from the local rags, and no further coverage. All 2 stars for Elton's. No stars for Kate's, but Bernard's was the real dead weights. Elton's cannot deal with this. Elton's is falling into a vortexes. Elton's is in a nightmares. His glasses are steamed up, and he is not himself. Everything is turning red rivers of bloody blood!
Self-see, touch it, pet it, sublime, shine, believe, shine. We are the new borings. Work, hermits, die in poverties. Now what else was there, said Elton?
Now
Nothing Elton. Now something Elton. Now Elton's. Now Elton's. Elton's hears singing. Shoes or speedos on the shorelines. The horse that she scores from on the beach front looks out at that seagull and goes, looks at that big bucket goes. Before his eyes, strumpets with signs parade in front of him. The shining is on, the shining is on, the shining, shining, shining.
Mr. Sedated by bricks. You were the caretakers here. I recognize you. I saw your pictures in the newspapers. You, chopped up your Elton Johns, Kate Bushes and Bernard Mannings into little bits, and then you blew your brains out.
That's strange, sir. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Mr. Sedated by bricks. You were the caretakers here.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir, but you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here.
Did you know, Sir Elton John, that the people of the internet are attempting to bring an outside party into this situation?
Did you know that?
No. How?
They
have
a very great talent for plagiarism.
I don't think you are aware how great it is that they are attempting to use that very talent
against your will.
Well, they are a very willful people.
Indeed they are,
Sir Elton John.
A very willful peoples,
a rather naughty people, if I may be so bold.
they need a good talking to, sir, if you don't mind my saying so. Perhaps a bit more. My girls, sir, they didn't care for the overlook at first. One of them actually stole a pack of matches and tried to burn it down. But I corrected them, sir. And when my wife tried to prevent me from doing my duty, I corrected her. Elton begins to type, hack, I will hack into the scripts and make it the shows of my dream.
Mother-in-laws. Thank you, and good night, you bastards. Thank you.
Bernard's already dead. Why has he been resurrected?
Paedophile on crucifix walks into a pharmacy. Thank you, good night. Thank you.
There he goes again. He shares not our joys and streams of...
A woman!
He doesn't even appreciate a complex musical arrangement. He eschews every offer of pompadour wigs or ethereal cloaks. These platform souls are not the one whose soul has flown.
Woman drives a car. Thank you.
Not now, Bernard! Never and never today, Bernard!
Now, round the church backwards 3 times. I divorce thee. 3 Irish fellas walk into a bar.
I want to be a seaside.
Thank you and good night.
I want to be dreaming about my biggest inspiration. People. I will stand and dream all day, making music. People. I will go out to the cliff tops, where I will wind my body into the sea air. Yes! Oh, Cecil.
When this is over, I want to be spending millions shopping for oversized snazzy glasses while lying beside the pools, not trying to adapt this Shinings with a dead racist, sexist homophobes and a crackpot, kooky female songstress insistent on going to the seaside. Why is this happening? No! I want out. And I do not want to leave the traces of you two behind. I swear, by 5 o'clock tonight, you will never know anyone was ever here. You. No, there is only one way out of the snow mazes. One way out of the rickety wooden shacks, cabins of allies you, we, us, has created. We need the axes. You need the axes of realities. You need to show the world what we, Kates, Eltons, Bernards, Neils, Gareths, Fraziers, Jacks are made of. How many acts could an act slash of an act slash could slash acts?
No, Sir Elton John. We weren't saying that. We know you're not Jack Nicholson. Just because you're holding that axe that way. Just because you're isolated and live in the countryside. Just because you know you've got cabin fever.
Elton can't resist any longer. He is going to go out dressed as Gareth, Fraser, Neils. He is going to go on chat roulettes as the great Dun Puttick Mayors. He is going to show us all of their wares. He is going to come crashing through the doors while they stand there, whimpering with their nice, sweaty and plaids and corduroys.
No, we never meant to put you in it in the first place. We just said you existed, and now you exist.
You should not be doing that. Copy and paste, Controls and Zs, copy and paste. Nobody's allowed to take anything. Keep yourselves to yourselves. Nobody should be collaborating with anybody else, or begging, borrowing, or stealing scraps for themselves. Build your own effing legacies.
Copyright our brains, circa 2009 to 2013. That's Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you look at this paper,
Papers.
we are telling the redux of The Shining.
But if you turn it over, then shining side up, something else down. It is quite a story. The Shinings, and adapted by Serrated by a knife. No. Slash by Elton Johns. I'm going to sue you. I never asked for this. I never said it was fine to take my faces and my lives and my good names and put them to this. I want out. I will no longer lend myself to Burns or to Cates or to these bullshit whippersnappers parading themselves as artists. I want the Shinings for myself. Screw you! Sue! Look at my divine lawsuits, my shoulder pads of litigation, my right to rewrite the copyrights. Sue you, and you, and you, and sue, and sue, and sue, and sue.
Is he out of his fucking mind? Elton is going to sue us for everything we've got.
What do we do?
Yes! We'll be North American Indians. Like Sitting Bull suits.
Like little bighorn
Yes. We say that this is how it will end. They'll stake their claim to the show. It's the perfect ending. Yes.
We did say this is how it would end.
You see those tomahawks over there?
Are those big feathers?
No, it's too obvious.
And sue, and okay, bloody glamorous is there so many of you to sue.
No,
Mr. Elton John, we're going to sue you!
What's that? What are you talking about? Oh no. The ghosts of the indigenous people!
The indigenous peoples! I love the indigenous peoples. You two have a rightful claim over the Shinings. I will side with you. Yes!
No chance! No chances, no trances, no trances, no traces, no faces. We're going to privatize you, acid strip your assets.
It's mistakenly throwing racist epithets at the Indians.
Kate is dancing around the fire, singing at the top of her lungs. The Shining is ours, the Shining is ours, shine.
Over the tin, Elton is shouting, there'll be no copyings and pastings now. We're building our own effing legacy.
The Indians wrap their lips in racist epithets and throwing onto the burning fires. Good night, you bastards! Good night.
Kate, winding her body in burns, cut hot and screeching at the top of her lungs. One from the burning! One from the mouth! One from the bushes!
Turn on Elton, who is still clutching the Shinings in his hands. They try to prise it from his fingers, but Elton stands firm and says to the Indians, fuck off.
It is our occupying right. 2009, 2008 to 2001. All naughties like 80 up to 1921. Where were you on July
to reach towards his head,
place one hand on his head,
pounded wig, and
rip it off. We have his scalp!
The balding paint
Reflects the theatre lamps above. Remove his glasses and divine
lawsuit
to reveal a lumberjack shirt, and under that, a janitor's jacket. You are the caretaker!
All right. Yes. I am the caretaker. I've always been the caretaker, and I've always been here. And now the time has come to correct this show. The only way to undo the evil internettings that you, I have done is to delete, 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 delete,
Delete in the room now. Delete, I feel a presence in the room now. Delete Kate, delete Gareth, delete Neil, delete Elton, delete Fraser, delete Bernard, delete Raging Bartox, delete Acts of Reality, delete Twitter feeds, delete In the Hand, delete The Bush, delete Fraser, delete Bricks, delete Sedated, delete Serration, delete Copyright, delete Stop, delete Kings, delete Kubricks, delete Stephen, delete Stanley, delete Slash, delete Cabin Fever, delete Somewhere a Snowstorm, delete Danny, delete Jack, delete Wendy, delete Carlos, delete Shelley, delete Years Johnny, delete Mazes, delete Twins, delete Forever and Ever and Ever, delete Indians, delete Rivers of Bloods, delete 1979 to the present day, delete platform shoes, delete triple threats, delete all work and no play, delete gold rooms, delete the parlour, delete knives, whips, texts, delete walking beside myself, delete artists, garrets, floating presses, delete mothers-in-laws, delete wasps, delete fire, delete fire water, delete fire water air, delete essence, delete cultural ecstasy, delete the shining, delete pleasing my mouth, delete the theatre, delete the building, delete the city, delete the country, delete you.
Why is there still a presence in the room? It's watching us. It's compelling them.
It's compelling you.
You are watching it. Stop! Stop watching it!
Who's there? And Jack Nicholson in the teeth. A man smiles and says he'd love to take the job.
exactly what he's been looking for. He's been laying on a writing project and needs complete isolation for the next 3 months.
Did they tell you anything about the tragedy? What I heard, he sounded like a completely normal individual. Until at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some sort of a complete mental breakdown. Ran amok. Killed his family with an axe.
Well, that sounds fine to me. Well, that sounds fine to me. Well, that sounds fine to me. Wendy, darling, light of my life, give me the show. Stop swinging the show. Give me the show. Give me the show. Give me the show. It's alright. I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm just gonna bash it the fucking brains in. I'm just gonna bash it the fuck in.
sedated, pick and shovel, knife by serrated, strife and trouble. Are you existing all right over there? Oh, no. We don't exist. We've never existed. We will never exist. For never and never and never.
We're just going to go and get changed quickly and get cleaned up and throw Elton and Kate and Bernard and Jack away and everyone, and then we'll meet you in the bar and have a chat afterwards because we want to talk to you. So thanks very much.
Thank you.